Hello everyone. So this is an update on the PS1 collection, and since the first PS1 collection video I didn't say anything, and now I'm gonna have to say something. Plus I got other games, new games in the library, so we'll start with that. Of course, these Metal Gear Solid, classic PS1 game. This one is fortunately broken because this door face is loose. So yeah, look at that crack over. Look at that. Look how that shape thing is. All right. Second is Brave Fencer Musashi. Really good action platform RPG by Square Enix. I would heavily recommend this one. Um, it's going up for $100 now. Got it for like $45. That's because there's no manual, and there's Hollywood video on the label. You can see here. This is the demo for Final Fantasy VIII. So yeah. Next is Namco Museum Volume 3. I like the Namco Museum series. That's because they don't, not only they include like classic Namco arcade games from the Golden Age, but they also include arcade games that was never released in US, pirated till now, but let's say, Genji no Haiku Clan, Valkyrie no Densetsu, Helios, Tower Draga, Dragon Buster, Baraduke, Toy Pilot, Momo 100%, and etc. I think the Volume 5 is actually more valuable for like $100. So there. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. This is the greatest hit edition. It's less than the Black Label, and this is one of the best games ever made, and I think #1 PS1 game in my opinion. Yeah. And then Wild Arms, a classic PS1 RPG, uses Wild West with a fantasy setting. I like this game a lot because not only for its setting, but for its music and gameplay and its story too. There's puzzles involved as well. Also, optional bosses, which you can challenge yourself because the optional bosses in this game are tough, very tough. So I recommend playing Wild Arms. Next is Silhouette Mirage. So look, see here, Lunar 2 movie included. Let's see. It's kind of weird. I like the disc. So this is made by Treasure, publisher Working Designs. That's part because of that. Very good 2D 2.5D shooter, and this reminds me like the color palette gameplay predates Ikaruga. So Ikaruga got its inspiration from this game by Treasure. Alright, and got here Tom Clancy Lone Wolf and Rogue Spear. Rainbow Six, and this is the Rainbow Six series. It's okay, but I'm not a big fan of the Rainbow Six from the Tom Clancy series. I'm more a Splinter Cell guy because I grew up playing Splinter Cell games. Yep. Mega Man Legends. Very good. It's really good 3D Mega Man game. It has its own. It's a unique spin take from the Mega Man series, so I recommend that. And I got Mega Man Legends 2. Finally got this one. This is a sequel to, and so what I need now is Adventures of Trombone, which is Mr. Adventure of Trombone, which is very expensive. That goes for like 600. Complete in box. I did see a sealed copy at one point. I even saw a graded sealed copy, like some in this area. So yeah. Next is Bugs Bunny Lost in Time. Very good 3D platformer. Same in the vein. It's like vein as Spyro, where you not Spyro, but you collect carrots to progress the levels. So yeah. Fix. I don't know what to say about this one. It's mostly like a 3D platformer. Tumba, very good PS1 2D5 platformer, and I don't know what to say about this, but I haven't played it. I played the demo for the second game, so yeah, Tumba. Pinobi. What is this? I think this is another 2.5D 2D platformer. You play as a bee. I haven't played this one either, so I have no opinion on that one. Inuyasha, Feudal Fairy Tale. It's a good fighting game based off the anime series. I have nothing to say. It's very decent. So, yeah. NFL Blitz 2000, classic football game. It's really good because it takes the arcade style from, let's say, NBA Jam and implement football. So this is what I like about NFL Blitz. Very exaggerated sports game. And PlayStation demo disc, nothing to say about there. So yeah. Final Fantasy Tactics. This is a good RPG, but I haven't played this one yet, so nothing to say there. Chrono Cross, another good RPG. Sequel to Chrono Trigger, and I haven't played this either. Sakura Frontier is another one by Square Enix. I haven't played this one yet. I heard it's really good. So, Star Ocean. My friend Dan likes the series, but for me, I want to try playing the Star Ocean games, so I'm gonna probably start with this. Final Fantasy VII. To my opinion, this is I pretty much don't want to play this. It discouraged me from playing this because it's very overrated, and I would prefer playing 6 over this because it's very overrated. Tenchu and Tenchu 2, very good ninja game by Activision. I heard it's very difficult. I did play this one for a bit, and I haven't played this one, so yeah. Next is Tomb Raider and Tomb Raider Chronicles. Tomb Raider Chronicles, Tomb Raider Last Revelation. Tomb Raider seems really good, but I haven't played one since Tomb Raider 28, the reboot, and beaten it. So something there. Resident Evil 2, very good game iteration from the Resident Evil series. I haven't beaten this one. I think I got far to the laboratory. Probably like by near the end of the game where you have to face the final boss. Very grotesque. And Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. This is a really good fighting game, not fighting, puzzle game, which implements Street Fighter characters and Dark characters into a puzzle game. Tetris-like puzzle game, at least. No, actually columns. So, very good. Heavily recommend this. Marvel vs. Capcom 1. This is the PS1 version. This one's starting to go up in price a bit. So I see like $100 complete box. And I like the Marvel vs. Capcom series. Even the first two in the series, and I remember playing this one. I like to play Captain Commando and Jin, along with Morgan and Mega Man and Spider-Man. So it's really good. Battle Area Toshinden, one of the earliest PS1 titles. The launch titles. Doesn't predate Tekken, because Tekken was already existed by the time this game was released. I don't want to say this one. It's just a good third 3D fighting game. So, yeah. Street Fighter Alpha 2 and Alpha 3. I like the Alpha series as well. I do have for Alpha 2, I have the Super Nintendo version, which is the Super Nintendo version pretty much pushed the hardware capabilities to make a close port from their closeness from the arcade. So, and I like Alpha 3. I think Alpha 3 did, the PlayStation 1 version did a great job of making it very close to the arcade, even beating out the Saturn and Dreamcast version, although those two were also perfect, but I think this one took the cake a bit, but we'll see your opinion on it. Tom and Jerry House Trap. This is, I believe, I don't know, I think it's like a versus fighting game where you gotta attack. I don't know how you say this, because I know there's War of the Whiskers, but I think it's more of a party game or a fighting game, except you have to like chase one another by hitting each other or setting traps. I remember playing Twisted Metal 4 as a kid. This is really good. It's not Carmageddon. It's actually it's very original. It's also kind of eerie when you face cars. So yeah, Crash Team Racing. I think one of the best racing games. That's not Mario Kart. Part up until Sonic and Sega all started Racing Transformed. South Park, that Chef's Love Shack. Nothing to say about this game. This is a party. It's like Mario Party, but with South Park characters. Einhander. This is one of the best shoot 'em ups in the PlayStation on the PS1. What's more surprising, it was made by Squaresoft, because they were the king. Squaresoft's the king of RPGs, and for them making their first shoot 'em up, it was a success. Another good shoot 'em up is Thunder Force 5 and R-Type Delta, which I'm probably gonna have to get next year. I saw R-Type Delta. It's really good. So yeah, Mega Man X4, one of my favorite game in the X series. Well, probably go with X4 for me, but X4 is really good because you get to play Zero. The story's good. And also the Japanese version is very good with its music. So I've seen its commercial too. Hercules. This one is really good. 2.5D action platformer, and there's another Hercules-like game called Herc's Adventure, which is also good. Same format, but it's not Disney. So yeah. Evil Dead: Hail to the King. And it's Evil Dead, so it plays like Tomb Raider and Resident Evil. So yeah, reminds me, Dino Crisis. This is Resident Evil with dinosaurs, and it's really good. Sad that they never made another Dino Crisis game, but it's really good. So, Ridge Racer and Time Crisis. One of the earliest 3D games by 3D art games by Namco. This was our port. This is a racing game made in 1993, ported in 1994 as a launch title. It's really good. And Time Crisis, one of the best arcade game in 1995, because introduced the pedal mechanic to reload and cover, and it's very good. So yeah, Time Crisis is a classic. Carnage Heart EZ. This is the only Japanese import I have. Yeah, pretty much it. I don't have a modern PS2 nor Japanese imports of the PS1 or PS2, so can't even play it. Air Combat. This is the first in Ace Combat series, and I believe this may be, I don't know, this may be an arcade port. The PS1 version of the arcade port. So Dark Forces, very good 3D shooter that's in the vein of like Duke Nukem. This version is very hard, especially because of controls, which some bosses you need a good aim to kill the bosses, because when I faced two bosses later in the game, I had bad aim because of the controls, so I can't really control great. But Dark Forces is really good. I would play on a PC. Siphon Filter 3, I like the first one, and 3 is good. There's two versions of this. This is the regular version, and there's another version which had a different box art that was taken off, that had the American flag and Logan and Leon Jing Okay, those two were like in front, and the American flag was behind with the while when it's burning, and this was taken out before 9/11 happened, but suddenly, but out of nowhere, some of those copies, the pre 9/11 version, survive, and now they're rare, so they'll go probably like 700, 800 bucks, complete inbox. So, but the gameplay's still the same, but it's now the rarest, and the pre 9/11 version is one of the rarest games on the PS1. So, yeah. Beyond the Beyond, one of the earliest PS1 RPGs. I think this is the first one, and I haven't played this one yet, but I think I want to give it a try. So, yeah. Eternal Eyes. This is, oh crap, I haven't opened this. This is still a copy. I don't know how to say about this one. Not very good RPG, decent. So. Rascal, one of the worst PS1 games ever made. Far worse than Spawn, Mega Man X5. Not a one in the series. This one has good music, to be honest, very good music. I haven't beaten this one yet, so I'll probably beat it soon. Ninja, Shadow of Darkness, 3D action platformer. We play the ninja, or top down, what do you call it? Yeah. Pitfall 3D. I haven't beaten this one. I believe this is a 3D game. Pitfall is really good. Because Pitfall was one of the earliest platformers, and with Pitfall you go on adventures, same way as, let's say, Indiana Jones or Nathan Drake or Lara Croft. So I recommend playing Pitfall. Bugs Life, another 3D platform by Disney Interactive and made by Traveler's Tales. So same with this game. Aladdin this year is the Revenge. Rayman. This was one of the best platformers I played on the PlayStation. Also brutal, very, very brutal. I would recommend everyone in the community to play this game, to take a grain of salt. And I'm going to give you a tip. If you ever lose continues, just start over, because you only have 5 continues in this game unless you use a password, but the password is worthless, because I type in the same password, I even take a picture of it, it doesn't go through. So I recommend saving. And another thing, just be careful. I actually had to use a map, like a guide, just to help me out, because one thing about this game is you have to find all like the cages, and that's the part. It's one of the few games where you have to beat it, where you have to be 100% completionist in order to face the final boss. Yeah. And some of the cages you can't get until you get farther into the game to acquire power-ups. So yeah. And also enemies come out of nowhere. So that's why I said be very careful. Also find lots of one-ups. You're gonna need them a lot. Even a 99 continue, if you use it, is gonna be helpful, but still damn difficult. Recommend playing this one of the best PS1 platformers. One of the best PS1 platformers I've played, along with Rayman, is Klonoa. This one's going up in price. Klonoa is one of the best. Very good, made by Namco. Has a good story, good music, good gameplay, because you basically had a weird double jump mechanic where you have to grab enemies, you jump, and you dump them off the ground to get a double jump. And it's in 2.5D. So with Rayman and Klonoa, I would prefer 2.5D, 2 to 2.5D platformers over 3D games, because it's very beautiful, good gameplay. He's very still challenging to me. So Pac-Man World, this one's really good. Nothing to say there. It's Pac-Man, but I played this back then and I beat it. but this one I would recommend playing it. Threads of Fate, another 3D action platformer RPG made by Squaresoft, along with Brave Fencer Musashi, but this one takes place in a fantasy world. So, unlike Brave Fencer Musashi, where you're a samurai in a medieval steampunk world, this one you're just in a fantasy world, and this has two paths, two characters, and do different paths, and branch into one main storyline. So I recommend playing this. Crash Bandicoot Warp, and I played this before. It's really good. Nothing to say there. So Ape Escape is really good. This is one of the, I think Dizzy made a video, I don't know, somewhere in Dizzy's stream, he was talking about analog sticks, and I mentioned that this game was the first ever to use the analog stick as a gameplay component, because one example is kayaking, which I kind of hated in that game so much because of how the controls, but use the analog stick to like catch monkeys, and yeah, pretty much with a net. Mostly action. The left stick is to move, the right stick is to do action. Also, one of the few completionist games to actually, well, you can beat it without collecting all of them, but to face the true final boss, which is Spectre, you have to collect all the monkeys. Very playable. Persona. First Persona game, and this one's very rare. This was localized badly, but until they released one for the PS1, but very valuable. I don't know when I'm gonna play it. I know I'm gonna play Persona 3 Fez in September, so you go have forward looking into that. So yeah. Wild Arms 2. I think this one, it's either Wild Arms or Wild Arms 2 is one of the best in the Wild Arms series, but I like both of them, especially Wild Arms 2 with its story. So, also more characters. Grandia, one of the I like this PS1 RPG. It's kind of funny how most of the best RPGs I played and like are not Final Fantasy. Wild Arms 2, Grandia, and well, you can count Brave Fencer Musashi and Threads of Fate, but they're more platformers. Not because they're E for everyone, but the fact that they have a good story. This one, you can relate this to, let's say, Uncharted, because well, you're Justin finding the lost city, the same way as Nathan Drake, Ghost and Adventure. So very good RPG. Uses a weird RPG battle mechanic where you move. It's like with a lunar where you move certain spaces, but after that you're done. So it's not like turn-based. It's a isometric turn-based strategy battle gameplay, battle mechanics. So yeah. Speaking of Lunar Silver Star Story, I do have the book. Leo, I still have the book. This is the map. That's the soundtrack. I believe I have this 4-disc in there. Yeah. See that? Complete. This is. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is the making of Lunar. Okay. I believe I think it's 4-disc. 2 for the game, 1 for soundtrack, 1 for like making of Lunar. There's right there. I think I have this book. Hold on a second. I think it's somewhere in my drawer over there, so yeah. Keep going. Cleopatra's Fortune, puzzle game by Taito. It's really good. So I played the Naomi version, DX, I believe. Pandemonium, good platformer. Mike Matei made a video about this along with the Klonoa series. Klonoa, Sword of Phantomville, and Pandemonium is really good because unique level design, but the game's really hard. So Lomax, this is based off the Lemming series, and the prequel is Fink, that was made for the Sega CD and the Sega Genesis, which was only released, the Genesis version was only released in Europe, but this one's really good because same in the vein as Rayman 5 with the level design, also its difficulty. Martian Gothic, Resident Evil Space, SpongeBob, I've been in this game. I prefer Battle Bikini Bottom. And last but not least, Medal of Honor, classic World War II game. Predates Call of Duty by like 4 years. And there you have it. My next video will be on Genesis, but you only have to wait a bit longer. Genesis and Sega CD. So, you all have a great night.